I want to play. Like, I want to play, dog. I'm passionate about this. I've been there, man. Like, 2 microfracture surgeries. I had my patella put back together. That man came in the recovery room and told me, son, you some kind of tough. Because there's no way you should have been playing professional basketball with your knee the way it looked. He's a hell of a talent. But when that talent don't work, we know what the saying go, dog.
Joel Embiid is finally back in the lineup, and he's given the Sixers some great losses, free throws, and flopping.
That he understands what it's like to have to deal with a guy like Malik Beasley. Wow, Embiid took a hard tumble. We watch Joel Embiid go to the floor often, but oftentimes he does some of it himself. Joel Embiid is going to get certain calls, and he doesn't have to really add the extra of taking that fall.
But it's now being reported that he needs another knee surgery after this season, since he didn't have enough time to recover after the initial injury.
Sixers GM Daryl Morey this week said the organization is hopeful that there will come a time that the knee isn't an issue anymore, and Embiid said he believes that will be the case, but he said he thinks it will likely take another surgery and a long recovery period, something he didn't have after the initial injury last February.
You serious?
Well, whose fault is that? If your knee is messed up, why would you play in the Olympics instead of taking the entire offseason to recover as much as possible? Winning a gold medal on Team USA was more important to Joel Embiid than being there for his teammates at the start of the season and his long-term health for the 76ers. He's basically done nothing but mess around the entire season. It started when he announced he wasn't playing back-to-backs, then he sat out a ton of games and even got called out by Tyrese Maxey for being late to everything. Instead of focusing on what Maxey told him to improve, he was more worried about who leaked the meeting and made him look bad. In practice, he was doing handstands after being out for months. Joel Embiid has done everything this season except play basketball. This includes literally smelling his own ass and blaming his teammates.
First of all, Pistons running, Beasley's going to scoop this thing. And now, watch Joel Embiid and his reaction. As he goes over during this timeout, he's going to eventually express to Kelly Oubre that he was just, look, watch this. You're just jogging back on defense. He expected Oubre to block that shot, that scoop by Malik Beasley. And he's telling him, hey, man, you got to hustle, you know, we got to hustle. And I don't think Oubre liked it at all.
If I were Kelly Oubre, I wouldn't like it very much either. How are you going to lecture me about effort when you never play, and even when you do, you're late to everything and you give zero effort yourself? If you're going to try and play this season, then give it your all and play every game you possibly can. If not, sit out the whole season and try to be ready for next season. And I know there isn't a world where Joel Embiid will ever be healthy no matter how much he sits out, but if he needs surgery and it can help him play games, why is he putting it off to be out next season? He's setting himself up to barely play this season, miss the play-in, and then sit out next season as well. With the way he's handling this injury, he's maximizing the amount of games he'll miss. Embiid has only played 15 games this season, and he's a career worst in efficiency, block shots, and since his rookie year, he's putting up a career low in rebounds. So not only can he barely play, but he's also declining. He is the player that should have been traded instead of Luka. Now his value is tanked and no one will touch his contract. The 76ers are completely screwed.